As you drive through the area, it's hard to imagine what went on here. Now it's a peaceful area like so many places back home. Such a beautiful sight today, but not then. The U.S. Army 2nd Ranger Assault Group assaulted and captured Pointe du Hoc after scaling the 100-foot cliffs. They had to capture the German artillery and disable the guns that could have threatened the Allied landings at Omaha and Utah Beach. These are not just depressions in the ground, they're the craters from the shellings. Rudder's Rangers suffered a 70% casualty rate. Less than 75 of the original 225 who came ashore were fit for duty. Of those who served in the 2nd Ranger Battalion on D-Day, 77 were killed and 152 were wounded. The Germans installed a battery of 155mm guns on top of the cliff, which was the highest point between Utah Beach to the west and Omaha Beach to the east. The guns had a range of approximately 20,000 yards and could decimate both beaches and could totally change the outcome if they were not destroyed. And that's why the German army fortified the area with concrete casements and gun pits. However, unknown to the Rangers and to military intelligence, the Germans had removed the cannons the months before D-Day. The cannons were replaced with wooden poles to deceive Allied reconnaissance planes. The cannons may not have been here, but the soldiers were. Looks nice now, but certainly not then. Now on our way to St. Mere-Englise, if I'm saying that correctly. "30 paratroopers landed in the town, including 20 right on the church square. That was not the plan. Some paratroopers were landing in buildings that were on fire due to the Allied shelling. German soldiers just streamed into the attack, and the battle raged for 2 days. See the parachute on the church? Paratrooper John Steele was dangling here. He actually hung there for most of the battle. He was shot in the foot, then captured, but he escaped and went on to fight. In The Longest Day, Steele was played by Red Buttons. Actually, he was dangling from the other side, but it's easier for the tourists to see this side. This little village was the first place in France to be liberated by the Allies. A GI had gone in here and was captured by a German soldier, but when the German soldier saw that the battle was lost, he surrendered to the American. The town holds annual commemorations in tribute to the liberators, including John Steele. Notice the sign is in English. It's just a little village with a lot of monuments, but you walk here and you feel it really wasn't so long ago. Next, Pointe du Bessin, if I'm saying that correctly. This little fishing village played an important part on D-Day. Unless these cliffs could be captured, the operation would fail. This port supplied a large portion of the petrol for the Allied armies in Normandy. The 47th Royal Marine Commandos were given the near impossible task of capturing this heavily fortified, strategically vital port from the same crack German units that would wreak havoc on the American landings on Omaha Beach. I can't even imagine scaling these cliffs under fire. Except for the plaques and the flags flown from average houses in the village, you would never have known anything special happened here. Note the English on the other side. Some of The Longest Day was actually shot here on site. See this tower? The special effects person put too much explosives in one of the walls and damaged it. The townspeople were not very happy about that. This town just seems like a quiet fishing village. But on D-Day, if the British commandos had not captured it, the Allies would have had nowhere else to get fuel for their landings. If you happen to be here and you see some old boys in green berets, buy them a drink. They're members of the 47th. No idea what this is. Notice the shells are not flat, but sideways from the current. Very colorful. Fish markets right from the boat. They eat good here, scraps from the market, except some don't like to share. Some fishermen go out at night, then return in the morning with fresh fish. This is just one of the little-known important actions of D-Day, at least in the United States. But this is a fun place. It has amazing sunrise and sunsets.